Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover the hidden stories within financial filings. And today we've got a SEC filing from Skyline Bankshares Inc. It's a current report on Form 8K and it's all about their financial results, so get ready because we're about to decode what it all means for this bank. Before we dive in, if you love making sense of these complex corporate documents with me, make sure you're subscribed and turn on notifications. We also have a brand new Discord community where we break down these reports even further. So the link is in the description below. Alright, so what's the big news? Here's the deal. Skyline Bankshares is letting everyone know their financial picture for the period ending June 30, 2025, which is basically the second quarter of the year. They've issued a press release to share these results, and that's what this filing is all about. This is the juicy part, the actual numbers that tell us how Skyline Bankshares is doing. While this specific filing doesn't contain the detailed financial tables themselves, it is announcing that those details are out in a press release. Think of this 8K filing as the official heads up that the company's scorecard for the last few months is now available. Usually these reports give us a snapshot of revenue, profits, and how the bank is managing its money. For a bank like Skyline, it's all about interest income, how much they're making on loans and investments versus how much they're paying out on deposits. They also want to see how well they're controlling costs and how the bank is managing its money. For a bank like Skyline, it's all about interest income, how much they're making on loans and investments versus how much they're paying out on deposits. They also want to see how well they're controlling costs and managing risk. This section confirms that the company has indeed released its financial performance. They're basically saying, hey, we just put out our earnings report for the quarter that ended on June 30th, and you can find all the important money details in that press release. It's like getting an announcement that the movie is now playing, but you have to go to another theater to actually watch it. The important takeaway here is that the information is out there and it's official. So this is what we're talking about. The press release is the document that contains the actual numbers. Imagine the company had a busy quarter making loans and managing money, and now they're telling the world how profitable or not profitable they were. For a bank, this means we'd be looking at things like net interest income, which is the difference between what they earn on loans and what they pay on deposits. We'd also see things like non-interest income, which could come from fees for services. Importantly, these reports also tell us about their efficiency ratio, how much it costs them to earn a dollar, and their asset quality, how likely people are to pay back their loans. If they reported a strong quarter, it means they probably made more money on their loans and managed their expenses well. If it was a weak quarter, maybe interest rates went against them or they had to set aside more money for potential loan losses. This part is interesting because it shows the company is using electronic filing standards called inline XBRL. This means all their financial data is tagged in a way that computers can easily read and process. It's like they're putting their financial information into a standardized format, making it much easier for investors and analysts like us to pull out key data points and compare them across different companies or over time. It's all about making financial data more accessible and transparent. And who's signing off on this? Blake M. Edwards, the President and Chief Executive Officer. This is the top boss of Skyline Bankshares, making sure that this report is accurate and officially submitted. It signals that the leadership is providing this information directly and taking responsibility for it. Now, looking at this report from a broader perspective, Skyline Bankshares is essentially giving us the financial health check for its second quarter of 2025. While this specific filing is a bit of a pointer towards the actual earnings release, the fact that they're filing this current report signifies that there's something noteworthy to announce. Usually this means they're sharing their performance metrics. For a community bank like Skyline, success often hinges on its ability to attract deposits at a good rate and then lend that money out profitably while keeping loan defaults low. If their press release showed strong earnings, it means they're likely doing a good job managing these core banking functions in a potentially dynamic economic environment. We'd want to see if their loan portfolio is growing and if the quality of those loans is holding up performance metrics. For a community bank like Skyline, success often hinges on its ability to attract deposits at a good rate and then lend that money out profitably while keeping loan defaults low. If their reports release showed strong up, a really key metric for any bank is its net interest margin, the difference between interest income and interest expense. A widening margin. So what's my take on this filing? Well, this 8K is more of a signpost than a detailed map. It directs us to the actual financial performance report or press release. The real story is in those numbers that reveal Skyline Bankshares' operational success or struggles during the second quarter of 2025. We'd need to see those specific figures to assess if they're growing their loan book, effectively managing credit risk and maintaining profitability. The inclusion of the inline XBRL tag suggests they're keeping up with modern data dissemination practices, which is a positive sign for transparency. However, without the actual financial tables, we're left to infer the narrative. My advice is to look for that press release mentioned here to get the full picture. Check for trends in their net interest income, non-interest income, and expense management. A potential risk for any regional bank is competition from larger institutions. And changes in interest rate environments, so how they've navigated those will be crucial. Alright, that's our quick decode of this SEC filing. What are your initial thoughts on what Skyline Bankshares might be reporting based on this announcement? Let me know in the comments below if you found this breakdown helpful. Do give this video a thumbs up and remember to subscribe for more insights into the corporate world. Don't forget to join us on Discord in the description for even more in-depth discussions. Thanks for watching and see you in the next decode.